Welcome to Computer Basics. This is a YouTube channel where we shall be talking about computer, hardware, software, and many others. So, as we saw in our last videos, we talked about the different episodes that we shall be having, whereby we shall be talking about Word, Microsoft, and PowerPoint. So, basically, today we shall be talking about Word, Microsoft Word. If you open our Microsoft Word, it will display like this. So today we shall be talking about saving documents. So as we see, this is where we shall see, this is called a ribbon. Yes, the ribbon contains the clipboard, the font, paragraph, styles, editing, and so on. So the ribbon has different sectors, but we shall see those that are crucial, the crucial sectors that we use during the editing of our documents. Remember, this is for those who are beginning to use Microsoft. So when you start, look for where there is a Word file. You will see there is a Word file, home, insert, design, layout, references, mailings, review, view, and help. But basically we are going to talk about how to create, save a document, and we see the different types of documents that we can edit and how we can edit them. For the starters, we see how we can ease for those who are starting to use Microsoft Word. So first of all, if there is work here, you can look for a word where we say Word file, you click there. Then look for where there is a blank document. When you click where there is a blank document, as you've seen, I had typed there. So when I clicked on blank document, it brought a new page. So this is our page that we are going to be using. Yes, today we are going to first talk about how to save a document. After having our document typed here, yes, we type our document. If we want to save it, remember we talked about the shortcuts, but if you're not confident with the shortcuts, I'm going to show you another alternative. The shortcut for saving, you can click Ctrl+S, so it displays like this, where we shall see home, new, open, information, save as. So here where we see save as, we are going to see different options. Leave along this where we see the recents. Come to this where we are going to see document, PDF gear, many different things. So click in documents because we are going to save our document as a Word document. As you see here, it's going to be saved as a Word document. If you want to rename it, you can clear this name that the computer has given you, then save. That is how we save our document. We have opened a new blank page, typed our document, and saved it. So leaving that aside, we have to edit the document. Let us talk about editing the document. Yes, we have our document like this. Let's say we want to edit the heading. If you want to make this the heading, we shall highlight it. If you're highlighting, you can press this cursor here, then press Shift plus the side you want to highlight. That's how you can highlight. That's a shortcut. But if you're not confident with that, you can double click, then slide the cursor this side. So it will bring these options here where you can say, you remember at this ribbon we see where there is font. This falls in the font part where we can change the font of our document. We have the new timelines, we have the Calibri, we have very many. As you click here and you see very many are here. It depends on the one you want to use, so you just click there. After that, we see we can change the size. So this is the size of our text. So you can change the size of the text by clicking here. If you have a number, you can type any number. You can just increase by clicking here, and the options come of numbers. So you see our text is changing the size. After that, let's see, we have this. We can increase it by just clicking here, and then decrease it by clicking here. We can also change our text to uppercase. So basically we are seeing how we are changing this text. So if you're not conversant with that, you can just go back here, click, just increase the number, the size by typing the number, increasing step by step. Basically that's how we edit. We change the font, the size of our text. Still in the font part of the ribbon, we can make our text bold by clicking B. This is where we bold our text. We can underline our text from here. Don't forget, first highlight the text, then you come to this here where you can bold, underline, change the text size, change the font of the text. You first highlight the text. So we talked about changing the color of the text. You come here. This is where we change the color of the text after highlighting the text. But you can also change the color of the background of the text. We shall see that one later in our next episode. So firstly, we are going to talk about the font part of the ribbon and also the paragraph part of the ribbon. In short, we have talked about the font part of the ribbon, where we have seen we can change the font of our text, we can change the size of our text, we can bold our text, we can underline this. Yes, this italicize. So it will come later. We shall talk about that as it is, basically as on its own in another episode. So we see here, this is where we cross in our text. If you want to cross the text, in case, that's where you cross it. So these two, where you see this is the base, where we can change it to a very small below the line of the text. Yes, you can change. Let me give you an example. We type here something, then highlight. When we click here, you will see it will go below the line of the text. Then if you click here, it will go above the text, just as we see our dates, the way we write our dates. Yes, so leaving that part, this we shall talk about this later, and this. So this is where we change the color of the text. Coming to the paragraph part of the ribbon, after writing our work, we can choose either to make it in the center, to leave it this side, or take it to the other far side of the paper. It will depend on how we are writing. So in case you are writing a letter, the first address, you can write it at the other end of the paper, then the other you can write it at this end of the paper. So for this we can click, in case you're writing, let me give you an example. Writing, you have written your work, then you want to create space in between the texts. You can click here, either choose the size, of space you want, or you can remove this, the size, I mean the space. It will depend on what you're doing. So for the start, today's episode, we shall stop at that. Then don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button. In the next episode, we shall be talking about something else. We shall start where we have stopped. Have a good day.